Alright, here we are again, playing the original Tomb Raider. We are now on the 3rd level. This is the city of Viacumba, I believe. Is that the name of the level? I don't know. Who cares? This is level 3. Now, the concept behind this level is we're dumped out into a stream that has some current, and there's 2 ways you can go. To the right, where it flushes you if you fall in, where there's a waterfall. And left, there is a mechanism which closes the stream off, cutting the current. The object of this level is to cut the current off so you can go behind the waterfall and escape into the Tomb of Qualopec to find the piece of the Scion thing. Okay, so the way this is done is to go to the mechanism, repair it, and be on your merry way. But we don't go to it yet. In order to complete this task, we've got to go get the pieces of the mechanism, which are found down here. And we're greeted by some wolves. Clear them out? Okay. Yeah, so you can see there's a waterfall, and that's where we came from, up there. Yep. Now this is a really, really complex stage if you play the remake, Tomb Raider Anniversary. They made this stage very, very complex. But thankfully, this version is fairly straightforward. Alright. Oh, the time I spent trying to figure out where to go from here before I knew you just had to travel upwards. Okay, we have this unfortunate adventurer who's been lying there dead since 1996. And this portion of the game is probably the most memorable. This particular chamber I always loved. Let's see, there's some dinosaurs here. Let's health up a little bit. Alright, there should be one more like that, I think. We're having some skipping issues here. Let me just pause that real quick. I can take care of that. There we go. There he is. This is a part of the game where the music is greatly missed, because he kind of thunders out. If you've never played this before, and it plays this. It's it was pretty startling the very first time I played it, and they totally ruined this in Anniversary. They made him a quick time event-based mini-boss. And in this game, he's more of just an ordinary monster that you take out the same way you take everything else out, except he can insta-kill you with his bite, and it takes a lot of hits to kill him. But he's essentially just a normal enemy. Thought it carried a lot more weight that way. Alright. Clear out some of those guys. Now we're looking for 3 gears. 3 gears is what we came in here for. That's what we need in order to repair the mechanism, to turn off the waterfall, to escape the level into the Tomb of Qualopec, which is the next level. And here we find our first gear, which is located in the Stone Temple. We can zoom on out here. Now, knowing where they are, I'm probably going to breeze through this part of the game, but playing through this the first time, just scouring each corner of this chamber, oh man, it just took forever. Okay, the second gear is located across the bridge. There is a kind of like a rope bridge sort of thing right here, which has a big gap in it. And when you get across it, there is a one of those cogs is right there. I'll walk to the edge. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's number 2. Now the third one is located in one of these surrounding caves. There's a few caves nearby that are very small, and one of them has the third cog. We got a raptor here, I believe. I don't think I even need to fight him. Yeah. No, what are you doing, lady? Yes, that is the fault of the Logitech dual stick USB gamepad, which is a pretty decent gamepad, except the D-pad that's built into it. It's one of those kind of one-piece turntable D-pads. And back in the day, you used to see those very frequently on third-party controllers. They had a very cheap kind of feel to them, but it fits for this controller because more often than not, you use the analog sticks. I mean, it's a dual-stick gamepad, you know. Oh, that was bigger than I thought it would be. So now that we have our 3 cogs, the next step, let's climb out of the water here, is to return back to where we came in here. Okay. And here we are back at the waterfall. Our path to the top is on the left-hand side, so we will just stroll right up. And they made this little walking path in Anniversary. They decided to make it a big pain in the ass. So thanks, I guess, for that. It's like one of the things that kills me about Anniversary is like they wanted to make it harder. Some of the things that you could just walk through in the original Tomb Raider, they made more difficult. Places where there was ground, there is now no ground, that sort of thing. But to me, when I play through it, I get this feeling that that's like artificial difficulty. It wasn't a bad game though. The level design was still pretty clever. Some of the puzzles they did, but that made it all the more frustrating to get stuck. Because this first game I know pretty well. Okay. Now most people when playing this stage come up here first. And they pull the switch and they see that not all the cogs are turning. That's kind of your clue that you have to go back and find the missing cogs. But I saved myself a lot of jumping work by going to pick them up first. Alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing turning. Now, if you look down, that gate has now shut. See this path back there? You can see that kind of skinny, narrow path. That's where I came from. So that river that I was jumping over is now gone. Okay. And this is a little kind of offshoot here. And we find a shotgun. If you swim into the trench, all the way down here, there's a little room with a couple of items, and it's technically classified as a secret, although I never felt that this was hidden. This kind of area is like pretty, you know, pretty plainly marked. But I have the feeling that this was laid here more as a red herring. So once you get lost, and you reach a point where you start doubling back over places you've been to find what you've missed. See, there's a secret sound. Now, then you have more ground to cover when you start doubling back, making it more difficult to find missed areas, which is pretty clever way to add some difficulty without really adding you know, anything tangible like monsters or like you know, deadly spikes or puzzles or anything like that. It's more like a mind game kind of thing. And we got some more precious shotgun shells. Oops. Man, this has been a really sloppy playthrough. I'm taking a lot of damage in areas I shouldn't be. Alright, well that's the waterfall there. I should be able to just go down it, but I guess not with the water off. You can see there's still a pool of water down at the bottom. I'm going to walk around the long way because I've been taking so much fall damage lately. I don't want to die at the end. That would be pretty embarrassing. Looks like Fraps is giving me some trouble there. Alright, I think we're rolling again. We're right at the end. Don't quit on me now, Fraps. Alright, so this is the end of the level. We walk through this little cavern here. That is the Lost Valley. That drops you out right here at the Tomb of Qualpec, level 4. And I will see you guys in the next video.